welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today we are tackling something, well, something pretty out there.
That's one way to put it.
We got a stack of sources here laying out a system that claims we need to scrap the entire traditional economic pyramid.
Right. And replace it with something they call the toroidal quantum economy.
It's a really complex idea, pulling
Yeah.
from biology, from fractal math, even from, how a heart beats.
It's all based on synchronized donations and, maybe most importantly, trust.
So that's our mission for this deep dive. We're going to try and unpack the actual mechanics behind the philosophy. We need to understand the assets, the hearts they talk about, and this 369 turbo thing.
Yeah, to see if it's a viable model. The core argument they make is pretty simple, though.
What's that?
That our current economy is a rigid pyramid. Your effort, your money, it all flows up.
To the top.
Exactly. But the wealth, the benefit, it doesn't really flow back down. They call it a 60-year drain.
And the toroidal system is meant to be the opposite. Not a pyramid, but a circle.
Or a wave. Like a tree growing or a heartbeat pushing energy out from the center. The idea is that the energy you put in comes right back out to you and everyone else.
Because you are the center.
Yeah.
You're not just supporting someone else's peak.
Precisely.
Okay, so let's get into the foundation of this because it's a huge mental shift. The sources say you have to stop following information.
Right. No more market news, no volatility charts. You have to start following confidence.
What they call financial intelligence.
Yeah, their whole argument is that people fail not because of bad info, but because they lack the confidence to stick to a strategy. They get scared, they pull out, they lose money in the market or in those MLM schemes.
So this system tries to force that intelligence through its own rules.
It does, and the math behind its growth is fascinating. It's based on that old story of Sis's Law.
The inventor of chess.
That's the one. He asked for 1 grain of rice on the first square, 2 on the second, 4 on the third.
Doubling each time.
And it bankrupted the king. This system uses that same exponential growth, but it's based on tripling. So it goes 3, then 9, then 2781.
So each family circle expands in these waves of 3.
Exactly.
But that also means you have to totally rethink how you view money. They say in our world, everything is a passive drain. Debt, credit cards.
It all just pulls money away from you.
So how do they turn that first $5 donation into something they call an active?
Well, that $5 becomes inactive because it plugs you directly into that multiplication system, into that residual flow. But, and this is the key, it only stays active if you complete your side of the bargain.
Which is building your family circle.
Right.
And this brings up 2 terms they use a lot. The first is ingresso lineal or linear income.
Which is just your job, you work an hour, you get paid for an hour.
And the other is residual income.
That's the goal. You do the work once, you build the structure, and it just keeps paying out because the system keeps moving.
And that movement starts with what they call the cellula intelligente, the intelligent cell.
You become the mother cell.
And to get things started, the mother cell has to bring in 3. Hijos economicos, economic children.
Yes, and the sources are really, really specific about this. It has to be people who have 100% trust in you.
Yeah.
Family, best friends. They say, and I'm quoting here, they don't want people joining for money.
That seems counterintuitive.
Well, they say that it attracts rats who just want to get rich quick and will destabilize the whole thing. They say they're looking for kings.
Kings, people who care about the group's success.
Exactly.
So the whole thing is built on this foundation of absolute trust.
Okay, let's look at the architecture then. The first building block.
That's the corazon bebe, the baby heart. This is where you start.
The baby heart. Let's break that down. What does that initial structure look like?
It's a matrix that's 3 people wide and 4 levels deep.
Okay, so you bring in 3. That's level 1.
Yep. Then they each bring in 3.
That's 9 on level 2.
Right. Then 27 on level 3, and finally 81 on level 4. So add that all up. That's 120 people, plus you, the mother cell. So 121 people total.
Exactly. And when that structure is complete, it generates the very first flow.
And what is that?
$105. Straight into your pocket.
And they call this the first conscious heartbeat. It's the proof of concept.
It's designed to show you, tangibly, that the math works and the system is alive.
Now here's what seems critical. They say this flow is vitalicio. It's for life. But there's a rule to keep it going.
The receive 3, send 1 rule.
Explain that.
It's simple. Once you get 3 $5 donations from your first level, so $15, you have to immediately send 1 $5 donation back up.
To your Padre Toroidal. your sponsor.
Correct. And that action reactivates your $5 active. It's what keeps the money moving in a circle. It can't stagnate.
So you're forced to give to keep receiving. They call this initial phase gati, or crawling.
Yes, and that's where you're working with the $5, $10, and $20 assets. They say it teaches you to save by giving. It's behavioral conditioning.
We're literally rewiring your brain away from a scarcity mindset.
That's the idea. After crawling comes Andador, or Walker, where you open the $50 asset, then Kaminar Solo Walking Alone, which opens the $100 one.
Okay, so you have 5 assets in total for this first heart. 5, 10, 20, 50, and 100.
And when you add all those up, it comes to $185.
And that number is important for the next step, right?
Mm-hmm.
When the baby heart expands a bit further, down to 6 levels, there's a flow of $555. Where does that number come from?
It comes directly from your first level, your 3 children.
Right.
When each of them has fully activated all 5 of their own assets, that full $185, and it's their turn to send one up to you.
They send the full 185.
Each of them. So 3 people sending you $185 is
$555.
Yeah.
I see. It's not a random number, it's a direct result of the math.
Exactly.
Okay, so that brings us to the acceleration technique. The 369 exercise. They call it the turbo.
And that's all it is. It's about frequency. It doesn't change the structure at all. It speeds it up.
So you generate that full flow, the 105 or the 555, in just 3, 6, or 9 hours.
If your team is organized and everyone is committed to donating at the same time.
Which raises the big question. What about the people at the bottom? Those 81 people on level 4 who haven't brought anyone in yet, who haven't seen a penny.
Right. Why would they participate?
Yeah, what's their incentive?
And this is where the design gets really, really smart. They categorize those 81 people as ambassadors.
Okay.
And they get a whole suite of benefits specifically to solve that problem.
What are they?
First, during a 369 event, they can open the higher assets, the $10, $20, $50, $100 ones, at a 50% discount.
Whoa, okay, that's a huge advantage.
It immediately gets them invested in their own future flow. But it's not just money.
What else?
For every $5 they donate during that 369, they get 5 minutes of direct consultation time with the system's creators.
So they can ask about what? Biomagnetism, AI, financial intelligence?
Anything. They're rewarded with knowledge and access, not just cash.
And there's one more piece, right? The mechanism that basically makes their participation free.
This is the final piece of the puzzle. So normally when that ambassador gets their first $15, they have to send 5 back up.
They send 1 roll.
But during a 369, the person who organized it covers that payment for them.
Oh.
Which means the 81 ambassadors get the full $15, but they don't have to send the $5 up. They keep it. Their participation is instantly profitable.
That's a brilliant way to solve the commitment problem at the edges. You're giving them an immediate reward.
Exactly. It's positive reinforcement.
So once you've mastered the baby heart, the system is designed to scale up over a 3-year vision.
Yeah, and the commitment gets deeper. The first year is the baby heart. 4 to 6 levels, getting those 105 and 55 flows. That's the foundation.
In year 2,
That's the corazon adolescente, the adolescent heart. This expands the structure down to 7 full levels.
so you need more people, more organization.
A lot more. And here you open the $250 and $500 actives. The goal here is to generate a flow of $2,500.
And the final stage.
Year 3 is the corazon maduro, the mature heart. This goes down to 8 and 9 levels deep. And you're opening the big assets, $1,000 and $1,500.
And the flow from that.
Is designed to be $7,500.
So you go from a $5 seed in a group of 121 people to thousands of dollars in a structure with thousands of participants. What's the ultimate payoff?
Well, the ultimate goal is to have all 3 hearts active across all 9 levels. And the system encourages you to have 2 positions within your own team. When that whole system cycles in a coordinated 369 event,
The combined flow is
$30,000.
$30,000 in 3, 6, or 9 hours.
That's the target.
And the sources contrast this bottom-up approach with something like the global QFS, the quantum financial system you hear about.
Yeah, they're pretty dismissive of it. They say the traditional QFS idea just depends on the same top-down institutions that created the problem in the first place.
Just shuffling the deck on the same old pyramid.
Exactly. They say their QFS toroidal creates change right now, from the ground up, through families, through these conscious circles. If the world doesn't change for you, You change it yourself.
Which brings us back to that final ingredient, consciousness. The math can be perfect, but they admit it's not enough. Why is this safer than, say, a normal MLM or a crypto coin?
Well, their attack on MLM it's pretty brutal. They say 9 out of 10 are designed to fail you, that the house always wins.
And you just have to get lucky and get out before it all collapses.
Right. But the core difference here, they claim, is that the money never leaves your control.
What do you mean?
It's all peer-to-peer. It's a synchronized donation from one person's wallet to another. There's no central company holding all the funds.
So there's no central company that can collapse or run off with the money.
No exit scam risk. That's the argument.
But even if the math is sound and it can't be rugged, what about the user's mindset? They reference Bruce Lipton's work, The Biology of Belief.
And that's key. They insist that if your subconscious mind is programmed for scarcity, you will sabotage the flow. You won't trust it.
So the Corazon Bebe, that whole receive 3, send 1 process,
is the training phase. It's meant to teach your nervous system, your biology, that giving is actually how you create and sustain abundance.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, what's the takeaway for you, the listener? I think it's this challenge the system poses. Money doesn't perfect you, it just amplifies what's already there.
The whole thing, from that $5 start to the $30,000 flow, is about preparing people to actually handle that abundance. It's education and community first, flow second.
And they put a timeline on it, a very ambitious one.
They do. They claim the years 2026, 2027, and 2028 are going to be the quantum leap of the people as they move through these 3 hearts.
The QFS toroidal, they claim, will change humanity if the external systems don't. The structure is there, the math is clear.
The behavioral rules are enforced.
So the final question these sources really leave you with is this. How deep does that collective consciousness, that shared trust, have to go before a purely mathematical financial structure like this becomes truly stable, truly unstoppable?